going on, everybody? Well, hey, I'm excited about today. Two reasons. One, I'm here at Okeechobee and the fish are biting. Number two, I get to do a challenge against all of y'all today. That's right, all of y'all. We're gonna do something pretty cool, never done this before. And if you were on my Instagram just a few days ago, you saw us make a post that said, guess the weight of our upcoming show that we're gonna do on Okeechobee. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out there today and we're gonna keep track of our best five. And so for all of y'all that dropped the comments a few days ago on my Instagram saying that, you know, you think I'm gonna have 18 pounds or 22 pounds or whatever it is for my best five, the winner or the closest to that weight is gonna win this awesome prize pack, guys. We've got Trocar hooks right here. We've got Guggen baits right here. We've got Bandito bugs. We've got frogs. We've got the brand new Bass Mafia wake bait right here. This thing's called the Hitman. This thing's brand new, not even on the shelves yet. You're gonna get one of these. You're gonna get a Bass Mafia box and of course an SMC hat. Now, all you gotta do, again, was guess the weight. That was a couple days ago. So if you missed that opportunity, I suggest you jump over to my Instagram right now and drop a comment down below. You never know, you might sneak one in. But number two, follow the page because we're gonna have more of these coming up. Now, you say to yourself, dang it, I wish I'd have done that. You still can win. It's about watching this video. So here's what we're gonna do on the second prize pack, which is identical to this one right here, guys. Guess the weight of my biggest fish today, okay? We're not gonna show or reveal the weight of the biggest fish on camera. We're gonna look at the comments. The person that gets the closest to my biggest fish that I catch today is gonna win the second prize pack. So that's it, guys. Pretty simple little challenge right there. Enjoy watching the video and thank y'all so much for the support. Let's go fishing. Let's get out of here. It's only, look, it's that deep, guys. Shallow. Well, today is the day, man. I'm excited about what we might catch, and I'm hoping, and I wish I could give everybody a prize pack, to be honest with you, but I'm hoping there's some people that are dead on the money. We're gonna weigh the fish. We're gonna see what they weigh. I don't know, man. I mean, I think, you know, I don't know. I haven't been out here in a few days. I don't know what the fish are doing quite yet, but we could catch 15 pounds. We could catch 30 pounds. That's just how it is right now. So good luck to everybody. If you're watching from the Instagram post, hopefully you win. Let's see what happens. One, two. Good one. Yeah, there's bluegill beds right here. A lot of bluegill beds. Should be a big bass right here. There we go. There we go. There we go, guys. First bite didn't take long at all. Not a big one. Little frog bite. Just evaluating here. I'm trying to decide. That's where the fish were last week. We had a big bag of fish in here. If we don't get any big ones to bite, I think the fish are going to be out there. Because what happens is this time of the year, the water temperature is getting hotter every day and the water is dropping every day. So as that happens, those two things happen, those fish start going towards deeper water. They like a certain depth. It might be a little shallow, but we're not gonna give up on it yet. Let's see what this one weighs. Okay, it's gonna be like a pound. 1.7. 1.7 it is. There we go. Hopefully we're gonna call that one. I'm hoping we get 25 pounds, which would be nice. You cannot have 25 pounds with a 1.7. Well, actually you could. You could, possibly. But that was fun. Frog bite, let's keep going. Let's keep going. There's another one. Good one too. Decent one. A little better. We're getting on up there. Shallow water, they crush it, guys. So, you know, during the spawn, like when the fish are spawning, right? I work my frog kind of slow. Boom, boom, bloop, just kind of let it chill. Post spawn, when I know these fish are not spawning, they're on a bluegill deal, they're on a fry garden pattern, I'm gonna work it consistent, not super fast, but consistent. That's how I'm getting these fish to react. Boom, 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 boom. So it's a totally different cadence. I'm gonna say 2 pounds. $113. Not quite 2. All right, there we go. Number 2, guys. I'm sure a lot of y'all are dropping, getting ready to add it all up and figure it all out, right? I just really appreciate all y'all, man. It's been a lot going on the last 30 days. It just feels good to get out here and hang out with you guys, to be honest with you. Not having to worry about tournaments right now, just worry about going fishing, doing some creative stuff. I'm gonna do a video soon that talks all about our plans, exactly what we have on the schedule. I think you guys are gonna love it. And I also would love some input from you guys. You know, tips and stuff like that. I mean, we used to do so many tips and we just got so busy with the tournaments, it was hard to keep up. So drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys wanna see on the channel as far as tips and techniques, a cool adventure idea. Drop some comments and let me know, because we'll definitely work that in the mix. We're gonna have a lot more time to film and do some cool stuff. Yeah, they've moved out. There they are. They're out there. If we slide out there, dude, we'll get bit on that jig. For everybody that guessed 25 pounds, y'all are getting worried, aren't you? You're like, uh-oh. 1 pound. It's just what it is, just 1 pound. Let me show you what we're fishing with here, guys. This is we're on a brand new LFS. This is a rod series. I've used it quite a bit. I used it in a tournament the other day. We talked about it the other day in another video. Lighter, faster, stronger by Luz. Cork handle, so everybody that loves that cork look, it's back. It's like a dark blue color right here, which is nice. I love the blue, but this is a nice feeling rod. Lighter, faster, stronger, obviously. You know what that means. It is lighter and it's stronger. Good rod. It's a 7.3 heavy. I've been using it for my frog. Did it last week in the tournament. Like I said, we had a big bag. I had a popping frog here. This is no fade, 50 pound. No fade braid by P-Line. And a Custom Pro high-speed reel. What I love about this Custom Pro reel is it's small, compact, and lightweight. It just matches up really well on this thing. Casts like a dream. I mean, look at that. Way out there like that. And like I said, guys, what I'm doing with this thing is working it kind of quick. Look at my cadence of my rod. I'm really not stopping it. I'm not letting it pause too long. Again, if it was a spawning deal, I would pause it a lot more, especially when I got around stuff. But I'm keeping it moving. This shallow water like this, I'm just trying to get their attention. A lot of times, oh, there's one right there. Oh, he's right behind it. I don't know what it was. I have a feeling we're gonna catch a big one, guys. Like a big one. It could happen. It's the time of day. It just has that feel to it. Calm, just a little tiny ripple on the water in places. It's gonna be awesome. Catch like an 8 or 9 pounder in like 1.5 foot of water. Come on, dude. Cut out. Just can't find there's a trail down here. Oh, that's a real big one, dude. He's stuck in the grass, but he's big. He's real big, bro. Guys. Here he is. Can't get him off the tree. There he comes, there he comes. Look at that fish, guys. Look at that one. Look at that one, guys. Oh my gosh. That's exactly what we're looking for. Guys. Come here, bro. Come here, bro. Come here, bro. Gotcha. Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at that, guys. He hit it. I happened to look away. I looked away, I heard kaboosh. I looked back, big gigantic splash, and I set the hook, and he had wrapped himself around that thing 3 times. But listen, look at this frog. This is what's cool. I talked about it in a video just not too long ago. See how that hook is? Look at that hook, that gaff thing. It gaffed him. Gaffed him. Can't get off. Look at this hook. Trocar, baby. That is a Trocar replacement hook right there. 4/0. I put a 4/0. See how big that hook is and how far it sticks back? That's why we do that, to catch donkeys like that. That thing's nice, man. Look at that. All right, we got one finally. That was a crazy deal. A lot of times you lose them like that, though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 6'6". There we go. We finally got one. There we go, guys. How about that? Little black frog. Braid. That big hook is the deal. All right, let's let her go. Look at that. Beautiful fish too. And everybody's asking, like, what do the fish look like at Okeechobee? I hear the lake's all sick and everything. The bass, no, they're beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful fish. Come on, buddy. He's loving it up in here. Clear, bluegill swimming around. That's fun. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. And when you're fishing out here on Okeechobee, really anywhere for that matter, the first thing you have to identify is what stage the fish are in. And in the spring, that's several things. I mean, it's a pre-spawn, a spawn, a post-spawn. Is there a bluegill spawn? You know, we're down here in Florida, so things are much farther along than most places in the country right now. And so we are finishing up a spawn and quickly moving into a bluegill spawn. And at the same time, here on this lake, what happens is, you know, into March, April, May, water levels start dropping pretty consistently. You know, like a ½ inch a day. And so what happens is you get back in these shallow marshes and you have to start looking for clear water in places that these bluegill are spawning. And you know, it's shallow water, so the fish are going to react pretty good. You know, this is one of those things that, you know, you want to throw a moving bait for the most part. That's why a frog is so good. You can cover water pretty quickly. You can catch some, you know, flipping a jig around at times, but when it gets at this level that it is right now, and they're not, you know, they're just randomly fish around like this, a jig is going to waste a little bit too much time. A frog covers water, it gets big bites, and you can kind of understand where the fish are. Now, if you start getting a lot of bites in that area, like let's say we're getting a frog bite every few minutes, you know, then you can pick up a jig and go back through the area and slow down. But yeah, again, you have to consider what stage the fish are in. What is the water doing? Is it dropping? And what is the water temperature doing? You know, in the spring, you have little mini cold fronts and cool mornings and, you know, different things happening. So you have to pay attention to that water. As that water drops and gets hotter consistently day after day, it's going to make those fish go from where they are now out a little bit deeper. Again, we haven't caught a bunch, so I think when we make that move out that way, we're probably going to catch them a little bit better. They'll get a little bit deeper, and we could probably throw a jig a little bit more out there as well. But those are just things you have to evaluate as a fisherman. I'm not just going through here just randomly casting. I'm considering all these things the entire time I'm fishing, and it makes a huge difference on understanding exactly what's going on. Okay. All right, guys, we're right on this outside now, like I was talking about. Let's see if we can't find them out here now. Water's a lot deeper. Well, I say a lot deeper. The water out here is only about a foot deeper. That's all you need. Let's see if there's some out here. Come on. There he is. No, he got off. Yeah. Dang, that didn't take long, guys. Oh. Did not take long. I want one big old giant one out here. Here on Okeechobee, there's lots of baits that will work. But your staples are a bandito bug, a big jig, a black frog, a chatterbait, and something that you can punch with. Got 65-pound no fade braid on this rod. You don't want to be messing around with 50 in here. I like the 50 for the frog simply because it's a little smaller diameter, of course, and it just gives that frog a little more action. Just as you twitch it and pop it, it just makes that frog just breathe a little bit better. Just a little pup. Thought he was gonna be bigger than that. Got you though. I missed another one right there. All right, let's see what this one weighs. He's not bad. He's not bad. Bigger than the other two, but not as big as the big one. We're running out of time here. This gives us 4 though. Let's see what we have. Okay. All right, 2.7. 2.7, baby. Here we go. All right, if y'all are doing math and you were on my Instagram, you might be thinking we're getting close. Not 25, but I still think we don't have much time. We have about 30 more minutes of fishing. I don't know if they're out here or not. They just don't seem to be biting that great. Here's what I'm looking for, guys. Basically, like this little pocket right here, you've got all this Kissimmee grass, scattered reeds, a belly, a point, Kissimmee grass, a belly, a point. And all this behind us, if you look over my shoulder here this way, that's all super shallow. That's where the bluegill beds are. That's where the bass were spawning, obviously, as well. And so these fish, that's why that fish is skinny. You know, it wasn't a fat fish at all, very post-spawny. And they come out here and they'll sit on this outside edge. And there'll be a mix. I mean, you'll catch a 2-pounder, then you'll catch a 6-pounder. Sometimes you'll catch a 7. You know, they're all mixed in here. And you'll find like groups of them where they're all kind of together. You know, they're not everywhere, but you'll go along like this and then all of a sudden you might catch 3 or 4 in a little 50-yard stretch. And a lot of times it's in relation to something like this, like a little belly, or maybe that point. You gotta, again, just kind of figure out what these fish are relating to, because they're not just random. Even though it looks random, they're not that random. They're all down this edge in certain little places, and once you start to see it, once you can flip your either bandito bug or a jig in there, this little point right here sticking out. Come on, fish. I know there's another one out here. That was a cool bite though. A real cool bite. It's hard to get them out of this stuff sometimes though. Those big ones will wrap you up. On this rod here, this is an LFS 7.6. I got it on an 8-to-1 reel, which I like for flipping, especially like this. You know, a lot of people used to think, oh, you need a lower gear ratio reel for the power. And there's some truth to that, but believe it or not, these handles are good, the knobs are good, I can get through it pretty well. I like the speed, not just for fighting the fish, I like the speed for reeling my bait in. I can reel in real fast like that and get it right back out. Get ready. See this point right here? We're gonna catch one right here, guys. That's a good one, dude. Look at that one, guys. Dude, check that out. That's not the one I missed, but look at that one, guys. Oh my gosh. Literally just missed a big one right there. This one is another giant. Got a little bag going. Might be the biggest one yet. I think it is the biggest one yet. Let's see. The big one I just missed was right there on that point. And this one was right here in this patch. Here we go. Look at that sunset right there. Okeechobee sunset. Let me come this way. You gotta film this. It's like a postcard, guys. It's like a postcard. Look at that. Look how short and stocky that fish is, though. And look at that tail's bleeding. Beautiful bass right there. If we can get one more bite. We have about 10 more minutes. I don't even know what they weigh yet. I could look at the scale and tell you, but we're gonna keep it a secret for now. Guys, what I'm doing here, I'm not flipping in the thick part of these reeds. I'm flipping, it looks like I'm flipping in the thick part, but I'm hitting like the outside corners, what I call little carports, and little holes back in. So like, that's a hole back in that clump. It's an open spot, kind of like a round hole. That's where I'm flipping. And then when I get done with that, I'm gonna hit this corner, this outside corner, kind of like that point. I'm not trying to land in the thickest part of it. This fish will ambush from those holes and those corners. You know, I was doing a video not too long ago, and I was talking about flipping and pitching and kind of rod position, which is real important. But I want you to watch me how I'm keeping, you know, and I'll switch hands occasionally, but a lot of times I'm just using the one hand and just pitching it out there. But I'm keeping my rod tip up. I'm not dropping my tip down. I'm keeping contact with the line. I'm not tight. My line's not tight. I'm allowing it to fall totally slack. But I'm just keeping track of that line. And I've got my rod tip up because I'll feel that bite. I'll feel that fish hit it. I'll see the line move. It's very important. What you don't want to do is pitch in and drop your tip down, do a bunch of moving around, because when you lift up, one's got it. Sometimes it's a little too late. You'll miss the fish, or he'll get wrapped up, or something bad will happen. Okay. All right, guys, last cast right here. Caught him pretty good. Caught him pretty good. Caught two really nice ones, one decent one. And that's pretty good in a few hours. Literally an afternoon. So it was awesome to hang out with you guys. Again, appreciate all the support. I know we've gone in a little bit different direction, man, but I'm so excited about the future. So excited about just fishing, teaching y'all stuff, hanging out, doing our thing. But we are going to have a lot of adventures coming up. And again, drop some comments down below along with the weights. And guys, guess the biggest one, remember? If you want to win, you're watching this video now and you're saying, man, I want to win. I didn't get on the Instagram deal. Guess the weight of the biggest fish, because we're gonna kind of mark that out where it's not said. You've seen it. You guess what it weighs, and you can win another prize as well. So, nice cast. Usually just keep casting, so I catch one on the last cast, and then just don't cast again. All right, here we go. Here's the grand total. Bubba, what do we got? Look at that. 1813, guys. Right there, 1813. I gotta cover this up so nobody's guessing. 1813. Again, guess, for y'all watching out, guess the biggest fish we caught today. So guys, that is it. I'm gonna go to the house, get the boat cleaned up, probably get back out on the lake tomorrow, see what's up, shoot some more videos. So we'll see you guys. Appreciate y'all. See ya. Bam!